Right, hello again, welcome back. We are continuing on the hot and wet map, and for variety's sake, pretty much because I've played a bit of the big map recently, let's have a look at what's going on. So we are connecting everything that produces stuff to maps 2K by 2K at 700 towns and 1500 industries. Yeah, I should be able to read by this age. Anyway, so working on oil. And yeah, just essentially continue from here to a liquid terminal, which none, liquid terminal and oil and oil wells. So I will have to pause the game at some point, by the way. Yeah, I think the reason why I pseudo abandoned it because the nearest liquid terminal was indeed one of those. So here, and you do. So my obvious problem is just the length. Oh well, needs doing. Stations, oil. I make it 2 by 10, but I don't actually particularly think that such is going to be the usage. Can I get map? Go away. Okay. I don't really think I'll be building more here. Equaline. Yeah, just pretty much build. So I know I'm being quiet, but there's only so much going on. I need to be there. So probably come through here and then turn it down. You may hear some background noises. I'm never quite sure what goes through this microphone. This microphone's all fluffy and stuff, so in theory you shouldn't be hearing background noises, but it's been known not to be an F-hole. We allow the town to do its thing a little more. I need to clean my checkbook because it's scrolling particularly badly. Also, I'm not sure this is. If chains come from the right, then this is. Yeah, this is cool. Ah, shh. I mean, we'll probably have a whole bunch of these where. So you do 380 odd, and you would want engineering supplies. Do I have? Well, one thing at a time. Timetable and make sure that it departs early. You're not timetabled anyway, fine. So this is never going to make money, but it's okay. Next is probably these two, and I could just hook them onto the exact same stuff. In fact, to the point where, especially if we're not running long ones, long trains that is, I don't know about hooking them into this. Let me think. But what I do want to do, I've read something's kind of supposed to be funny but spot on. So on Reddit, so there was a video of a guy purposefully trying to step on a stingray, and the stingray was horrendously patient to a certain point, at which point it stabbed the guy on the legs. And of course, it's poisonous and stuff, and the guy was in agony, and it's typically a case of, well, you deserved it. But then the whole topic of Steve Irvine came up, who, if you remember, was the Australian, I don't even know what to call him, naturalist, documentary. Anyway, him. And like this is totally rubbish. So I am going to do the following. So anyway, someone was semi-sarcastically saying that, this is how Steve Irvine died. And then, well, that wasn't sarcastic, but then someone replied, responded like, yes, with animals in his heart. I was like, yeah, good one. True though. So basically, you lot go off here. And then clone. I'm still tempted to just run this. Just run 2 of it. Okay, today's 27th. I'm curious how long before it comes back. I'm essentially trying to time if I need a third one. And I probably do. That takes care of these 2. This is being fully ignored, and I don't know what's running here. You are definitely not oil. You are oil. 315. Not great, not terrible. So I'll try to use this one. And then you're lost. Great. Which one? Why? You go that way. Ah. Signal issues strike again. Okay, so come back here. Come on. I'm looking at it. The only obvious issue here would be that you do 200. Why am I running here? A bunch of 5s. And you do also 200. Just make sure that the tank farm thing leaves early. And why are you lost right now? Okay, that's sorted. Here we have pretty much the same problem. No terminals anywhere. It's going to be fun. I should check where I'm going. You guys like me. Not for long. That was definitely longer than I expected. That's what she said. Continuing on the previous one, this is way too long. More to the point that these will all be losing money forever and beyond. Or at this rate, I'm tempted to just Yeah, sure. Take both. No, that could come here. These will never make money. Never. Just make sure it departs early. And shut up. We'll need shut up depots. It's not actually lost, it just hasn't cached reality, although I may need to revisit that because everyone appears lost. You are coming to Quackpool. Oh. Apart from this slight mishap. And then 120. You take 400. We don't need more. The only issue is that it's just going to drop down to super low. And then I said this would go there. That's definitely not oil. Easier. Yeah, stupid Windows. Hmm. 9. I don't really think I'll need that, and especially feel we should go that way anyway. I probably should do it like this, and then I have spot for depots. Nice. So 300 usual. I'm going to deal with that's water side, fine. I'm going to deal with the actual place, like the liquid terminals later. I actually just want the oil stuff done and sorted. So this is being used. Could be used a little better by the looks of it. This is not being used. This can come in here. At a very cursory look at Steel Town, if I ever going to do it, it's going to be on a much smaller map. Like, the amount of complication in that playthrough is epic. Only playing on only playing on a 512 by 512 and only low number of industries. So essentially, maybe it's a 256 by 256. So long story short, we have almost literally one of each thing. That thing's hell. Never mind, like this surf madness where it's like, hey, 200 of something. No. We are on the wrong side of everything. So if you never actually looked at Steel Town, the point is that you have significantly more types of industries, and each of them create a reasonably large number of goods types, cargo types. So it gets particularly busy. And on top of everything, there are cargo types that are required by multiple industries. So you can't just say, I'll just take all the oil to the liquid terminal. Like, yeah, no, you can't do that. So it's only going to get worse. An alternative would be to actually have these full, load full, which isn't a totally stupid idea. So if I say load this, come here, or the full load, on timetable. Okay, see how that goes, because these make money. I don't care much about those. that's done. These are done-ish. This is probably staring at me and I still can't see it. There it is, doing its thing. Did that. Not done this. Go there. Time-wise, 20 minutes left. Probably could have gone there too, but how's this here? Really busy. Whereas this is unused. So now that I did all that, where was I anyway? Not here for sure. Not here. Seriously? Not here. You joking? Not this. Not that. I know I'm totally off. Yeah. Yeah, I want to go to the other side. Where am I again? I think I'm off. Nope. I was, but not too bad. So basically, cross that line and then turn off. Interesting. Oh, that's why, because it just probably thought, what the hell? You guys are slow. I do genuinely wonder if doing or like a second half of this will be easier or not, because most things create engineering supplies and farming supplies, give or take, anyway. Or not. Maybe I'm imagining. But then with farms, you have the obvious milk and a whole bunch of other splits. Where am I? Keep going. Can we do this backwards? I'll just call it goods. It kind of sucks because I did want to put things there, but I'll work on some of this later. Oh, I'm going to stick to the idea of filling up properly. See how that goes. I know what your problem is. Okay, well, we'll sell them because if they really can't get anywhere, there's no point. Okay, you, bye-bye. You're lost. Ah, just go. So you make chemicals, petroleum fuels, and stuff. Probably bring that to doesn't really matter. They're not going that fast. Sorry, hiccups. Imagine in real life, someone just randomly places one piece of rail in the middle of the rainforest. Totally feasible. So you take a whole bunch of things. Okay. I know I'm theoretically doing voice and shit, but I really want to get on with the oil. Which does this do? 300. Okay. Let's start with 2. I think these 2 will also come in here. Time-wise, that's 5 minutes. So obviously this is not going to run a full load thing basis. So that's the wrong direction, but never mind. Cool. So we need usual depots. I'm actually going to run a 5 here. Fuck's sake. Okay, this goes in here. This comes through here. Fine. and good work. So, pause game, save game. Thanks for your attention. And yeah, apologies for the slight chaos. Hope that was enjoyable though. Let me know if you have any thoughts, comments, whatnots, likes. Thank you. Bye bye.